Hi friends, family and viewers, thanks for tuning in to Sailing with Milo. This video is a bit of a long one, but covers a lot of great Australian coastal scenery as I leave the Keppel Bay Marina and island hop to Pearl Bay, Scawfell Island, Middle Percy Island, Kuru Island, Shore Island and dock in Hamilton Island, where in the next video I meet my family for a week together on the boat exploring the best the Whitsundays has to offer. Good morning. It's 4:30 in the morning. This morning it's the 1st of July and we're going to be heading to a place called Pearl Bay. It's about 48 to 50 nautical miles away. Should take about 10 hours to do the passage. Apparently it's a very beautiful spot. It's on the way to the Percy Islands. It's a halfway point. We'll probably spend a couple of days there just relaxing, and after that, we have to, on the way to the Percy Isles, go outside the exclusion zone, the military exclusion zone that the military have set up because they're doing live firing exercises in the Broad Sound area. So that encompasses a big detour out to the north, actually. So that'll be interesting, and looking forward to beautiful passage. I think sunny weather, fairly moderate winds, 10 to 15 knots. From the southwest, so it should be a nice relaxing day. Okay, the VHF reception around Keppel Bay is not particularly good. I had to actually ring Thirsty Sound, a 24-hour coastal station, to log on, but the sun's just starting to come up, the dawn. I mean, it's incredible time of day. You can see behind me, guys, the beautiful glow out there. It's just insane, and this is what I come out for. Just passing Cape Clinton. All this area is going to be closed for military activities from next Wednesday through till I think the 17th of July. Now, this is called Northeast Point. We're cutting up in the channel close to the mainland. It's a little bit bumpy. I thought I might get a current advantage. Have a look at our beautiful anchorage, Pearl Bay. Check it out. We're the closest ones into shore. I'm still trying to work out whether I've got enough water under the boat at low tide. Hope so. Wow. Unspoiled beauty, guys. So refreshing. Hey guys, I've just spent about 4 hours editing video number 5. Oh, it just takes so long to get music and all that kind of stuff. So I've come to shore, going to get some exercise, use my left hand and elbow a lot. No, just having a little beer on the beach and probably go for a quick swim. It's too wonderful to miss this opportunity in such a beautiful setting in Pearl Bay. So cheers guys. Can't wait for you to see the next video, number 5. It's epic with Lady Musgrave in it. You've just got to remember that even in the paradise that is Pearl Bay, a bomb might fall on your head at any minute.
And he spent a hell of a lot less than we have.
Are you camera shy? Hello.
Oh, you are gorgeous, aren't you? Bloody stunning. So, we're en route to Hexom Island. While I'm waiting for the kettle to boil to make some of my ginger tea, I'm just going to show you the closure of the Shoalwater Bay training area by the Navy and Army for live firing exercises. So we were given a map, and I'll show you that now. And it has coordinates on it that you have to stay outside of. So I've popped those into the navionics on my tablet that I use for navigation, and we're steering a course at the moment for this one here, and then we'll jibe and we'll head up here, and Hexom Island is all the way up here, about another 25 nautical miles. The Rain Marine autopilot seems to be doing a good job. We're running wing on wing at the moment. The headsail out one side and the mainsail out the other, and it's keeping pace. We've got a lot of current against us at the moment, probably about 1.5 knots. Okay, so here are the plots that I've put in for those waypoints indicated by the closure map. The first one is just there, which I've marked as a hazard. And we're going to go around the outside of that at point 1, and then we're going to track along over to point 2. There's the other hazard point right there in the center of the screen, and we're going to go to point 2 and round it to starboard. And then Hexom Island is over there. That's our final destination. Head that way. We're currently off Cape Townsend. We've got about another 20 nautical miles to go, I think, till we get to Hexom Island. Taking a lot longer than I thought. We're under motor. There's no wind and we're battling the current. It's alright. It's a beautiful day. Do some reading, play some guitar, chill out on the bow. All we need is some dolphins. Good morning, guys. We're just leaving Hexom Island. Beautiful morning again. It's warm, it's stunning. We're headed for Middle Percy Island, where the famous A-frame is. We're going to drop off our memorabilia cup there. Coming to Middle Percy Island, guys. Looking forward to seeing what it's like. The wind is supposed to go to the east more this afternoon and tonight, so it should be fairly protected. They say it's very rolly anchorage, but if it goes around to the east from currently the south, we'll be laughing. All right, let's get there. Just look at the colour of the water. It's absurd. Hang on a second. Have struck gold again. You've got to be kidding me. Look at this place. Jagged a spot in some shallow water about 2.7 metres. I've just got to check what the tides are doing, so make sure we don't hit the bottom when it goes right out, but I think it's fairly low at the moment anyway. There's the A-frame in the distance, you can see it. That's where we're going to leave our cup. Okay guys, we've made it to shore on the paddleboard. You can see the A-frame hut behind me. Bit of a yachting curiosity, that one. People come from all over the world to drop a piece of memorabilia to say that they've passed this area. But basically, from what I know, the Percy Isles were settled in about 1870. By the White family, who were originally going to do some gold prospecting, but then turned to beef and cattle. That's what they ran on the island. And eventually, it was sold to Andrew Martin for £15,000 back in the early 60s, I think. And he was a bit of a lad and ran the place, and didn't really do much with it. It sort of fell into disrepair. There was an engineering workshop and all this stuff left by the White family. He didn't really use it. He just hung out on the island. Anyway, he built the A-frame, and it's been visited by yachties. It was built in around 1979. and it's full of people's stories in their boats. So we're going to go and put our little memento up there to say that we've been here, a point in time, and check it out. Let's go and have a look. Look at the palm trees. Wow. Paradise. The A-frame is called the Percy Island Yacht Club. Apparently there's going to be a cook-up tonight. Somebody's starting a fire and it's going to be a bit of a barbecue, so I might defrost something, bring it over and cook it up here. Check it out. Wow. Can't believe I'm here. It's crazy. Oh my goodness me. Wow, where do we start? Okay, let's start over here. Could have left that. I'm just going to leave a cup. Alright. I'm going to see if I know any of these boats' names. There you go, you can have a little nap in that. Get bitten by some cooties. Percy Island produce for sale. Oh, maybe honey. Oh, there's honey in there. And a donation box. Okay. Ah, here's the kitchen. Here we go. This A-frame is for all seafarers to gather, sing, share stories and enjoy what others before them created, and then in our turn maintain it for future generations. The goodwill is passed along. There is no rubbish bin. That's right. Info. Okay, the short history. Captain Matthew Flinders surveyed the Percy Isles in September 1802 and commented favourably on its natural assets. In 1860, a Gladstone man named Jimmy Joss settled here as the first permanent resident. He helped to build Pine Islet Lighthouse in the 1880s. In 1918, he was taken away too old, supposedly leaving 1,500 gold sovereigns buried beneath a special rock. Colonel Armitage obtained the first lease and settled with his family in 1887. He grew coffee and raised sheep and cattle. The lease changed hands several times from 1918 until the White family from Canada bought it in 1921. They built the present Homestead and ran the island as a sheep station until 1964. Andrew Martin bought the lease in that year and began catering to the boaties' needs. He built the A-frame, the treehouse, and planted coconut palms on the beach. There you go. Andy passed away in 2003, leaving the care of the island to his cousin Catherine, who shared the lease with the Hicklings. Okay. Up we go into the A-frame section. Bedding up here in one video, they've taken all that away. There's Clearwater, moored closest to the beach. Thanks to the shallow draft, we can get right in close everywhere we go, which is awesome, because she's such an awesome little boat. What a super place, guys. How lucky am I to be experiencing this? Sometimes I just feel like I have to pinch myself. Every day's better than the last one. It's unbelievable. guys. I've hung out a little memento that I made. It's just here, hanging next to this other cup. So it says it's a cup, obviously. There's Clearwater, the dates, where I'm from, name. Beautiful. Hopefully it'll stay there for a few years. Wow, there's a lagoon behind Middle Percy Island. We can go and explore that. Deep channel. There's a trailer sailor in the background. So this is obviously the caretaker's jetty, or the current leaseholder's jetty anyway. Bit ramshackle, but does the job, I suppose. Morning from Middle Percy Island. This morning I think we'll take a walk up to the old Homestead, and that's about 2.5 k's, and then take the scenic route back another 4.5 k's that goes along the cliff tops, and that'll be a nice leg stretch actually. Boat's in really shallow water. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think I've done the maths right. It should have about 500 mil of water under the keel at its lowest point, which should be fine. It's a sandy bottom, so if it does touch, it's not going to be catastrophic. All right, let's get into it. We're on our way to the homestead. Just walking through. A nice canopy. One good thing that I did read about is that there purportedly are no venomous snakes on Middle Percy Island. This is the homestead. Just met a lovely man named John. He's caretaking and doing a bit of work on the generator. Good morning, family and friends. It's the 6th of July, Sunday. We've just left Middle Percy Island, West Bay, and we're heading towards Kuru Island. Sounds like a beautiful spot. It's only about 23 miles northwest of here, so we're not really making much northing. We're mostly going west back towards the mainland. These are called the Guardfish cluster of islands. So taking the path slightly less travelled, that's all right. I've heard it's very nice down here. Or up here, I should say. Cheers. Oh, it's unbelievable, guys. Kuru Island. Look at this amazing geology and geography. We're going to be going in behind these 3 rocks ahead of us around this little spit here to port. And it just looks enchanting. Good morning from Clearwater, everyone. We've got a bit of a water pump leak. It's a bit concerning. Found some salt water in the bilge, and it's coming from the water pump. So there's some sort of issue, and I don't have a rebuild kit. I don't have a spare water pump. I'm going to open up the engine bay and we'll have a look together to see what it's doing now. We've just left Kuru Island and we've got 50 nautical miles to travel to Scawfell Island, which puts us well within striking distance of Hamilton, where I'm picking up Laura and my younger daughter Livia. So, looks like a bit of a motor fest today. Not much breeze at all. It may pick up during the day. We've got the current against us at the moment, probably 1.5 knots. It will change towards the middle of the day and help us out. So, just got to take it where you can. Let's go and have a look at that water pump and see if it's leaking. It's going to be a little noisy once we pull this engine cover off, and we'll check if the pump's leaking to any great degree. And I might have to get Laura to go and pick me up a pump from Boaters World in Mona Vale. They're not cheap, that's for sure. I don't have the tools to put a new seal in. You need a bearing puller and things like that. So I'll probably just get a replacement pump if required. It looks okay. There's a little tiny drip. It's not significant. I think it's going to be fine. Okay, we're all anchored up safely at Scawfell Island. I've got to say, what a revelation and a help that Starlink has been. It allows me to get a good image on Google Maps satellite view to have a look at the terrain that I'm anchoring in, and I'll show you here. I actually was going to anchor before I looked at Google Maps down in here, and if I had too much rope out or too much chain, I might have swung into this finger of reef overnight when the tide dropped. So thanks to Starlink and Google Maps, because there is no cell coverage out here, I was able to determine to move out of that area, because it was very hard to see. The light was very low when I came in. So perfect. I mean, it is sort of marked on the charts, but you could easily make a mistake and drift onto it when you've got too much anchor chain out. Morning, fam and friends, and now I could say followers. I think I've got about 50 subscribers. It's crazy. We're at Scawfell Bay on the what is it, the 6th or the 7th of July. It's an amazing spot. Going to be doing some snorkeling today as soon as it warms up, but first of all, got to do some house chores. Got to put a 20 litres of diesel in the tank, which we're doing now, and then we've got to do a oil change on the motor. It's done the amount of hours it requires for the next oil change, and I don't want to exceed that service interval, really relying on my motor to keep us going through this journey and not wear it out or do anything silly like that. So we'll get those couple of things done. We'll film the oil change. It's pretty boring, but at least it's something you haven't seen on the previous videos. And obviously filling it up from jerry cans, fairly straightforward as well. Just got to be careful not to spill any diesel or anything into these pristine waters. Okay, so basically to change the oil in the motor, it's a bit of a rigmarole. It can get really messy, but I prefer to do it now before the girls arrive on Sunday, so that it's sorted, because with 3 of us on the boat, I just have to pull out a lot of stuff out of the lockers. It'll just all get in the way. But anyway, we use this thing. It's called a a vacuum pump, and basically you put this plunger on the top like that. You stick this very thin tube down into the dipstick of the engine. You take the dipstick out, obviously, and then you pump the handle, and it creates a vacuum in the bottle, and it draws the old oil out of the motor. Then we change the filter, obviously, as well. Laborious thing. It does help if we warm up the engine, which warms up the oil and makes it thinner and flow more easily. So we'll warm up the motor now. Let's do that. Turn it on. Let that run for a couple of minutes, probably 5 minutes, and then the oil should be hot enough to drain. Okay, so first of all, we pull the dipstick out of the dipstick tube. This comes out of here. Now we're actually in the locker of the boat here, so we're going to get the tube that I showed you. Going to insert that down into the dipstick hole, which is down in there, like that, all the way down into the bottom of the crankcase of the motor. By the way, this big aluminium box here you can see is the poop tank. That's where all the poop and wee goes when you're not allowed to send it out the side. Delightful, huh? Okay, now the messy part, getting rid of the old oil. Pour into this container, and then there'll be an oil disposal facility at Hamilton Island. There is at most marinas, because this is pretty common, what we're doing now. Most boats have to do it sooner or later in their passage. This is the new filter, oil filter, that's going to be going on the boat. I've got to pull the old one off. We cover the old one with a plastic bag and unscrew it. It's in a horizontal position, so it often drops oil down into the bilge. I'll try and film a little bit of it, but it's pretty tight down there. It's only a small boat. This plastic bag is going to go over the filter as we pull it off. I've put some paper towel under it in case it starts pouring oil down into the bilge area. Lube up the ring, the sealing ring, and we don't need to write how many hours the engine's done. I'm going to write that in the manual. The oil gets changed in an engine on a boat depending on how many hours it's done. So this engine's supposed to have the oil changed every 200 hours. I'm a bit pedantic. I like to change it every 100 hours. This time it's been 150, so split the difference. This is the oil that I like to use, or prefer to use, Castrol RX Super. It's got the latest specifications, CJ whatever -4/E9, so it's got a zinc additive package. Yeah, I just think it's a good quality oil. I didn't skimp out on the oil quality, that's for sure. But anyway, leave me your thoughts or your comments, and what oil you think a Volvo D120 motor would be best. Okay, let's put in 3 litres first. So I've got an extension, I've got a funnel here, I've got a tube off the bottom of the funnel, which allows me to get into the top of the engine oil filler, because the engine oil filler is right underneath this floor, so you need some sort of arrangement to get it in from here. You can't do it from directly above the engine. Okay guys, let's go for a snorkel. Let's go and check out the fringing reef on the eastern side of the bay. I've come over to the eastern side where I thought it might be good, but the coral looks quite dead. The water's amazing, but probably nothing really to see. Doesn't look like there's any hard coral or soft coral here. So I think I'll continue exploring and see what I can find, maybe a little bit further in the middle at the moment. The water's beautiful and warm. It's just, even overcast, it's just beautiful. I'm going to take advantage of it in case it only gets worse, the weather. Getting a bit of exercise in on the paddleboard as well, never a bad thing. We've come to the beach in Refuge Bay on the western side of Scawfell Island. I have not seen the peak of that mountain yet. It's been shrouded by cloud all day. It's stunning. This is an uninhabited island, and I think it's one of the few islands with a fresh water source. This creek here is flowing in through the sand down at the beach, and there must be a water source just underneath here. We'll go and have a quick look. Check it out, we're actually sailing back to the boat. I'm not even paddling. The wind's blowing me back, which is sensational. It's probably 15 knots, but right on my back, blowing me back to the boat. See if I can steer it. Morning guys, brekkie time. We're heading to Brampton Island. Check out some snorkeling opportunities. There's no wind, so we're under motor. Get some breakfast into me, and yeah, Brampton sounds fantastic. Sheltered anchorage in case I want to spend a couple of days there, and some good snorkeling apparently in an area called the Fishbowl between Brampton and Carlisle. After a while, living on the boat, everything gets sort of salty, and with the sea air, any of the salt crystals that are in all of the fabrics tend to retain the moisture, so they tend to always feel damp. So because it's a beautiful sunny day today, I'm just going to give all the cushions a quick wash down with some water with a little bit of mild detergent in it, and then pop them in the sun. So you can see I've now got cushions everywhere, on the side, up the back drying, on the top here, up the front. The boat should feel a little bit nicer after they're nice and dry. Here they come, the little babies, mama and a little one.
Hey guys. Hello. Hello. Hi guys.
Aren't they brilliant? Oh, the world is good when you see this. This is the eastern side of Brampton. We're going to go around the other side where the anchorage is. Looks beautiful. Okay guys, we've made it to Brampton. We're moored off the old jetty. I can see the resort in the distance. I'll show you that in a sec. We've got the dinghy out, the outboard on, and we're going to go for a snorkel. I've just had a little bit of something to eat. There's a few boats in the mooring. There they are. There's Clearwater at Brampton Island with her cushions drying out. Hopefully they'll be nice and dry when I get back. Brampton Island actually had a railway picking up goods and people from the wharf and ferrying them along this shoreline to the resort over in the distance. You can see the remnants of the railway tracks. There's no sleepers left. Cyclone Yasi must have made a real mess here and just absolutely demolished this part of the coast. Here's Brampton, the old resort. It's owned by Chinese people, and they're supposed to have put it back into commission and reinvigorated it in an agreement with the Queensland government, but nothing's happened since 2012 or something like that. Shame. There is a caretaker here, so don't want to be too nosy, but let's go and check it out. You're allowed on the beach. The beach doesn't belong to them. Check out the Brampton pool. Would have been amazing in its day. This probably would have been the kids' pool or the bar or something. Wow. Amazing spot. They should reflect. Might be a bit of snorkeling here. Let's have a little look.
noticed on snorkeling at Brampton is that it's not nearly as good as Keswick. There's really not much coral alive at all. It may be because it was destroyed by the cyclones. The water's beautiful, it's clear, there's fish, but yeah, just nothing fascinating in terms of coral.
Good morning from Brampton Island. We've just had to do a little bit of maintenance on the dunny door because it was sticking, so needed to sand the edge of it so it will close properly, and the lock's a little bit worse for wear as well, so I'm going to take that apart and see if I can tighten the spring and put some grease in it. I'll show you now. Here's where I've sanded the edge of the door. You can see the lighter coloured teak, and that was jamming against the rebate there, or the door frame. So we've sanded that. We can just put some oil on that. That'll come up like original. That's fine. And then the door locks had too much beer. It's on the limp. It's on the droop. And it's really sticky. So I'm going to take it apart and see if I can clean it up and put some more grease or lubricant in it. Today we had a really foggy start to the day, but it's amazingly warm already. Talk about fog. My glasses are fogging up. It's so sort of humid. There's no breeze at all. But, you know, can't complain. Middle of winter and I'm in board shorts. So, no complaints there. This stuff's really good, the Inox MX4. It's much thicker and doesn't evaporate like WD-40 or those other products that are very similar. White high performance winch grease. $27 for a tube of grease. Better be good. We'll just put some on this cam here. I'm just cruising around trying to find a snorkeling spot with some coral, but looks like I'm out of luck. Brampton's really gutted us on the snorkeling opportunities, unless you just want to have a swim in some clean water. We'll go around this point. It's really nice. But yeah, like I said, not much in the way to see underwater. Unbelievable, guys. We're just diving on a historic wreck from 1889, I believe, that was beached here in a gale. I'm going to give you some more facts on it when I do a little bit more research. I did look it up last night and that's how I found it. There's one tiny excerpt in a newspaper where the captain has to report back to the owners of the ship. Fortunately, out of the crew and the passengers, only 2 people were killed. But yeah, just a fantastic location. There's not much left of the wreck, just some ribs, and you'll see that in the video. So guys, it's goodbye Brampton and hello Shore Island. About 20 miles away. It's going to be a motor fest. We're going to have to motor the whole way there. There's zero wind. That makes us only 10 miles away from Hamilton Island and seeing my girls. Yay! Laura and Livy. Not long now, guys. Right now we're on our way to Shore Island and we're travelling in between Thomas Island and Goldsmith Island. It was one of the mooring opportunities that I had, but I chose Brampton. Hey guys, we've made it safely to Shore Island. We're going to spend the next day here as the strong southerly comes through tomorrow morning early. Pretty open anchorage, but it's going to be protected from the south, which is the main thing. And then on Saturday we're going to move up to Hamilton Island Marina. Got a few jobs to do, get the boat ready, do some laundry and stuff like that, and get ready for the arrival of Laura and Livy, which will be exciting. It's a nice spot here. It's going to be a nice sunset, that's for sure. It's facing west, and obviously a lot of other people have got the same idea about taking some shelter from the breeze that's supposed to be coming, which is supposed to be 25 to 30, gusting to 35 knots. Been cooped up in the boat all day, and the wind's dropped just enough to bring the dinghy into the beach, so I've got Shore Beach all to myself. Woohoo! Let's go for a wander. There's a national park sign up here. I forgot to bring my reef shoes, damn it. Anyway. Delicious fillet of barramundi tonight. And over here, some fresh veg to go into the fry pan after the barra's sorted. I'm going to put some cherry tomatoes in, a little bit of garlic, we've got the lemon juice. Yeah, ready to go. Just a bit of salt and pepper required. Okay, there's the entry to Hamilton Marina, and you can see the planes on the runway, the Virgin jets, the Jetstar jet there. So we have to radio in on channel 68, let them know we're here, and I think they need to escort us in, I'm not sure. Bloody windy today. Anyway, this is our mooring at Hamilton Island Marina. A lot of shops and things here. The bakery, fish and chips, real estate. Some nice grass to chill out on. And a mountain to climb apparently. You can guess where I am, doing the laundry. Can't have Livia and Laura coming into a shabby, dirty boat, so washing all the sheets and everything. But this is shore power, so this makes the whole boat run on 240 volts. Plug this into the back of the socket here, and then this goes to the shore and plugs into one of the pedestals with the power in there, and yeah, then everything works properly with 240 volts. Even got hot water on the boat. It charges the batteries at the same time, so pretty nice system actually. Got a DJ pumping some vibes. There's the bar in the background, and we're overlooking straight down there. Pretty nice view. And the marina on that side. Yeah, nice spot. Hi guys, just spent the morning going to IGA, became a member and got a bit of a discount, and spent $400 on groceries. Hopefully we don't need any more. And the girls are coming. I'm waiting for the island shuttle bus to take me to the airport to meet them at 20 to 2 on Sunday. So really looking forward to it. Can't wait to see them, and I think they're pretty excited too. Thanks for watching, and if you made it right through this lengthy episode, you're a legend. Stay tuned for the next video where Laura and Olivia arrive and we spend an awesome week together cruising all the best parts of Whitsunday Island, Hook Island and Hayman Island, and having a great time together.